I want to talk to you real quick. And I said this, member, if you've been a family member for a while, I'm coming to you at 2300 hours, 56 minutes, Thursday, July 7th. It would be July 7th, November 7th. Wow. It would be Friday, November 8th, by the time I'm done. And as I stated, I'm going to put the video in my description box. And I want to show you how we have demonized the African Descendant Man. And I want to start with, remember I was talking about, even before last year, how, before this year started, how they was going to demonize African Descendant Men. For the last 10 years, then 5 years, and the last 2 years, real heavy. What did they start off with? They started off with R. Kelly. Then they did the abuse, all of them. They only did African descendant men, what we call quote unquote black men in America. They only did us. They only showed that. But then what I noticed, this don't anger me, and I have to say this, I'm part of the family. In my heart, I can't help it. I gave up. I'm giving up. I'm about to be 37 in a week and a day or two, a week and a day or a week and 2 days. And I don't see no hope for love. I don't mean just having a woman and having a baby anymore. I mean hope for love for the same race women. Our women help our demise. You can't say nothing to the same race women. It's bashing them, it's attacking them. And then that's not even the meaning. Everything, if you say one thing, it's a double standard, you're being hypocrites. It's no longer about togetherness. And people can say, well, I see it too, but then I see the other stuff too. Maybe if I was married, I wouldn't give a damn either. Hopefully, I can get married within the next, or meet a woman, and at least meet someone in the next 4 years. So I can be as everybody else that's doing it. They don't give a damn. You know why I wish that can happen? Because that'll take away my distraction. I can focus on getting money. I can focus on my family life. Because I really want to say two fucks with the race. Because it served no purpose. My family good. And I want to see young men that's not in my family. But then there's you. Or the men that you knew, or the other men that you don't know that you're around. If I have a child, she got to deal, my daughter, my son have to deal with somebody's children that they didn't take care of. And all we do is run away. Nobody stays there, so that don't serve us no purpose. And keep saying it don't matter, my family doing good. Yes, that's the outcome. The outcome is what we get. We demonize the African descendant man so much. The women, they're moving up, they're winning, they're doing this and that, they're raising family. It don't establish nothing. The woman is not the head of the house. The woman would never be the head of the house. Because the woman is always going to be emotional. I can be emotional, but I can still be rational. I can still be logical. I can still make sense. If you tell me 1 + 1 is 2. Now, in the other way, you could say 1 + 1 is still 1. Because if two whole items come together, it's still a whole item. It don't make it less than. We don't do half and half. It ain't 30, 20, 60, 40, 80, 20, 70, 30. No rule. It's a whole. Don't worry about adding on. But what we have done, what we allowed them to demonize me. So now, from the 80s, the woman, because a woman trying to say, this is, I was talking to a woman, she was saying this is a good thing. I said it's not. If African descendant women dominate corporate America, they don't own corporate America. It's owned by other races. So if they're hiring them and don't hire the men, of course they're going to dominate. That's a break. See, that's a good thing when you hear it. But think about it. African descendant men is not part of corporate America. I don't care how many, because it's almost saying we need to get away. Because we really do. They don't even honor our business as corporate America. And they try to destroy everything we do. Do you realize the history of America is just killing of African descendant people? Forget that we harm each other. Everything we do that try to grow, if 10 brothers try to get together, it's gonna be other race men trying to destroy them. People say, "Oh, that's imagination." No, it's not. History keeps showing that. I'm learning more about, not saying forget it, about Rosewood. It was other mass. It was 4 other massacres when men, forget Black Wall Street, Rosewood, Mississippi burning. It's so much. Even I just learned what about 15 years ago, 10 years ago, that brothers got together. They destroyed that, and it wasn't brothers. It wasn't our same men. It was other race men. It was other race women, and it was our women with them. Look at them now. Our women want to fight for African but look how they talk about it. Well, we know the average, no, that's the statistics that we know is there, but at the same time, let's have some solutions. We can talk about it, but where is our resolve and resolution? That's why I love certain channels, because they get down to the truth. And what anger, not what kind of, it didn't anger me, it hurt in my heart. I said, we destroyed our Cali Bill, and then we learned about a lot of stuff that they said was going on. A lot of them girls were okay. They wasn't endangered. We can say they was young or they was 17 or 16, but their parents knew. Well, I didn't know. Even what was the comedian? I was watching a comedian, Little JJ. That was about 10 years ago with R. Kelly, and he loved little girls. It was like a joke. And I didn't ponder upon it back then. I didn't know what he was doing. But even little JJ was a little kid around that time. He was barely 18, doing stand-up comedy. And that's how he kind of, in the beginning of his talk, when he was, I want to say that was the Apollo. And nobody said nothing then. But now it's a big deal now. But then when you talk to a lot of them, it can sound funny. A lot of them girls were not victims. People knew. They knew who he was. Just as if a man was coming up and he was about to be a superstar, they knew that, man, he got it. He got the touch. Only way he can mess it up if he allowed the streets to destroy him, which usually what happens. And if the street don't destroy it, he gonna make it to the pros. He gonna become that rapper. He gonna get that deal. He gonna grow that business. And people latch on to that. But then later want to say it's our fault. But this is what bothered me now. This is what bothered me. A white man, no social media is talked about this. We touched on it. All the women, everything that's owned, even by like the Shade Room. I was just reading through the articles. That is owned by women. That's not owned by the man. I even wrote, why the DJ Kid article not in none. I went through I was close to 200 posts. I was seeing more recent stuff too, and I was in like 150, 160, 170. So I'm thinking, okay, man, it's a lot. But it was no DJ Kid posts. And now, unless I missed it, but they talked about Omarion posts about 7, 8, 9 times. They talked about Gucci Man umpteenth amount of time. Now T.I., see when they showed T.I. with his daughter, but nobody talked about, it can be kind of crazy and over possessive, but nobody talked about how these African descendant women is getting snatched up, being used. See, we want to say African descendant women, single mothers are leading corporate America, but on this side, they're not leading. They're losing. Because you can blame the man, but I'm noticing even now in the social media sector, we're not even giving accountability and responsibility to the same race woman anymore. It's disheartening because, as I said, if you destroy the nation, you destroy the womb. They hold the womb. People keep saying, oh, and then when I talk to African descendant women, I was talking to a woman, and she just kept saying, oh, it's the men that says, men was doing this. I'm sitting here, I'm not talking about the man. I'm talking about the woman side. A woman that's a single mother, we always assume that the father is the reason. I was talking, even in church. They asked me about a woman. I said it didn't work out. And then like three of the women said, I said, oh, me and her didn't work out or something. I said we didn't work out. And they was quick to say it was almost, they gave her no accountability or responsibility of why it couldn't have worked. I didn't even give it no bad notion. I didn't even talk. They say whatever. I say, oh, it didn't work out. It wasn't for me. Oh, yeah, that's how I said it. She wasn't for me. Then they go say, how you know you wasn't for her? It was as that she couldn't have did no wrong to me. She couldn't have said no bad to me. But mind you, when I first started going into the church, they thought I was born and raised a Christian. Then they found out I said I didn't even believe in God. So the whole time they learning about me, they saying this dude, what kept him is the creator. But not in a religious sense. They can't fathom that. Even talking to brothers, even the sisters, they can't fathom I wasn't outside doing bad things. Okay, I got in a fight. Big deal. Okay, let's say somebody was drinking. Say they smoked. But I wasn't out there doing things I can get arrested for the mess. At the time, I understood not to do it because my mother said don't do it. There's a thing called police. I seen the police come. I said, why they do that? Oh, the police said the guy robbed the store. I saw like, okay, robbing the store is bad. Things that I know was bad, it's going to always be bad to me. See what I'm saying? I wasn't going to change my demeanor of what bad was just to fit into some type of box. That was my life. I chose that. This is where I'm dying at. Is that I'm battling good. We trying to normalize bad and evil. We trying to normalize bad and evil until something wrong with somebody. And when I was talking with the panel of brothers, they couldn't even. It was hard to believe. Just like the one brother said, there's brothers out here that don't have that, brother. He was telling the brother. They kept saying you perfect. I wanted to say yes, he is perfect, but the brother was saying we don't do nothing. We literally lived our life, not getting in trouble. Not even just by the standard, if you want to say it's white man standard. No. It was a standard of how I was raised, moral values, and how you want to use it. I'm going to use the word con real quick. A conviction. So I won't use con. Eviction. I had eviction about it. I didn't want to do it. I knew there was an action. I knew there was a recourse. I knew there's karma. I didn't call it karma. I didn't use certain words. But I knew if I did a certain thing, that have to come, something's going to happen back to me. I knew that at a young age. But what is so disheartening, we don't want to talk about the women, but if women going to keep ignoring things that's happening to women, when I see women pages, even women that swirl, go out, I ask the ladies, and they had jump on me, but I say, ladies, how come nobody talk about self-love? Y'all worrying about what a race man can do for you, what a man can do for you, or what a man can't do. But I was like, ladies, I don't hear. They had jump on you. I was like, I'm not even on that. Where are you coming from? Then you just stop talking because it's almost like it's saying to you, they don't want to hear it. They're hard-headed. The one woman talking about, I felt the manliness melting off me. My femininity is coming back. And my mind's like, what does that have to do with a man? Shouldn't you already been feminine before the man? That's it. Shouldn't I already know how to do some things before a woman get there? Woman like, I don't raise a man. Well, I don't want to raise a woman. Because easily say, we can say you a man. Oh, a man can do this. So what about I want to know too, what is the woman accountable and responsible for, ladies? This is not a diss to you. I just want to know. I don't understand. I don't get it. How we can demonize the men, but something that can be spoke on, you keep saying the men is ignoring if you doing an R. Kelly thing, you listen to his music, that your daughter. But your daughter's out there getting fucked. Excuse me, but that's what's happened. They're bucking her. All the white men has the best, the finest of our, the best and the non-best. People say, "Oh, all them girls was trash." All them girls wasn't trash. No, they wasn't. He had a good. If he was in the whole, so you telling me the whole cities, half of each city he was in is trash for women? So if we can say that's the truth, then just say that's the truth. That don't align to you. That don't align to the other good women. But where is those other good women at? Then we bring it up. How come we can't talk about it? No platform is covering DJ Kid. Not one. That's crazy. That's crazy. But we covered R. Kelly. We covered Bill Cosby. We covering Tank. We covering when an African Descendant Man say black women unprotected. But then when it's time to with the show our protection, you say we don't do it. Then when we watch the video, it's like, wow, he was protecting her. He stopped that man from hurting her. Or he came in between them. I guess that wasn't good enough. See, we don't show those. We protect everybody else. If you want to say it, you did if we want to say it, good job, black women. You became exactly what they wanted us to become. You know why? You are the nurturers, you are the mothers. I don't care how much. Yes, you part of corporate America, but yes, you traveling, you living your life. If the father not there for a reason, then you not there. Who's raising our children? So I say unto us, I say unto all, it's our path, it's our journey, it's our choice. We gotta do better and be better. Arazo.